What is going on YouTube? I think here we go. What's going on YouTube? Crazy Gaming. We are back with the fourth Naruto talk. We filmed 2 in a row for 2 weeks, different weeks, because we have a tight schedule for both of us. So this one will be considering on Marvel and Star Wars, both of them. They have new stuff out there that we're gonna be talking about. Mostly Star Wars today because Marvel didn't release much since the last time we did the second Naruto talk, but we'll see. Number one, again, I want to say this again, like we did last episode. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman that said passed away after 4 years of battle with the colon cancer. And here's the thing that I didn't talk about the last episode. If you remember, like a year ago, he did it is in Instagram Live, and he looked really skinny. I remember that footage, and people were laughing about him being skinny, but nobody knew he had cancer, stage 4 colon cancer. And if you guys don't know, colon cancer is basically in where where you eat, it just gets in there and it and it goes throughout your body. So yes, Black Panther. Also, I recently watched 42. He played the first ever black baseball player. That was a good movie too. So rest in peace to him, and I sing prayers to all his family and everything. First subject today, we got some new news about the Obi Wan TV series. So last episode 2 of the talk, I mentioned that I was scared there won't be much action in that series, and I know Star Wars is not all about action, but I think when they add action, it has some good series. Now we got news recently that Eddie Christian is confirmed for that series, which is a good thing, and I can't wait to see Eddie Christian back as Anakin because let's just say after Star Wars, his career was kind of hard for him. He had a hard time finding cast and everything. So happy for him to be back in the Star Wars. The big news that I just told you and you didn't know, Eddie Christian, and I'm pretty sure McGregor too, will be in their Clone Wars suit. Now I'm talking about season 1 to 3, because season 4 they had their suit from episode 3 even season 7 of the Clone Wars. Now we're getting right now we're technically getting live action Clone Wars in a way because what happened is of course at the time that Obi Wan take place will be after I think 10 years, I'm not mistaken. After Revenge of the Sith, I don't know exactly what timeline because Thursday is complicated. Anakin's Darth Vader, so he can't be at the present, but Obi-Wan will have flashback, of course, of them finding the Clone Wars. And I think that you mentioned that Mando was the best thing that Disney did. I think season 7 of Clone Wars, especially those last 4 episodes, I think those were actually really great, of course. So we're getting them their Clone Wars suit from the Clone Wars series. And I'm going to say this like I said, but if you're a fan of Star Wars and you're scared that you're not going to like Clone Wars, please do me a favor and give it a try. And, of course, first off, you want to watch a movie, which is an hour and 30 minutes long. And then each episode is 20 minutes each. There's about, 15 episodes in every season. There's 7 seasons. Well, season 6 is, all over the place. That doesn't make sense because when they released season 6, that's exactly when they started it. Disney bought Star Wars. They had to stop it. So, anyways, go watch it. It's a really good series. I sure got. And Ahsoka Tano, huge favorite for the entire Clone Wars fans. I mean, everyone loves her. And also, if you watch Mando, she's going to be in Mando season 2. So if you want to understand her character arc, well, I think it's a good thing you watch Clone Wars because she's going to be a part in the Mando season 2, which again we talked about last time. So, what are your thoughts about Anakin and Obi-Wan basically getting Clone Wars in live action and Obi-Wan?
Oh gosh, I am so excited to see Hayden Christensen return as Anakin Skywalker. I mean, a lot of people I know didn't really think he did the best of job as acting as Anakin, but I think that he did a fantastic job in my opinion. I loved the character, the conflict that he definitely displayed. Especially in episode 3. I think episode 2 he did an alright job, but it was a little bit weaker. But episode 3 I definitely feel did a really good job in getting the conflict within inside of him. And it's just going to be so good to be able to see him and Obi-Wan return to live action. We haven't seen that since episode 3. And it's just going to be so amazing to see them together.
I mentioned this when we did this. I think it was the first talk we did. My favorite character from Clone Wars was Rex. Mm-hmm. Can you like Disney, if you're watching this, I know you want. Can you just do like a live action Rex and Cody? Like I would know we already had Cody's already in this ranch, but can you do live action Rex? I will be so thankful if you guys do that. And we don't even see his face; just came in the suit live action. I'm a huge fan of Rex. I think, in my opinion, one of the best clone in the Clone Wars. Of course, he's. I mean, he's been through so much. And then when he decided to shoot Ahsoka, I had tears because I was so sad. I mean, he did not want to shoot her, even though he had to. And then, oh my god! So if you do live action Anakin and Obi-Wan, bring more live action characters in there. You know, I don't know if it's only gonna be like only them two talking. I hope we get to see a little bit of battles because if you
I can't imagine that they would only do just them talking. I would have to think there would be some sort of cheeky Anakin saving Obi-Wan in some type of battle or something like that. I'd have to assume.
And here's the thing, right? So I don't know if you guys watching this, it's in the chorus, but of course in the chorus they're more acrobatic. They jump more. They do more stuff in live action. So now we're going to see this in live action because again it's a new event coming back as the Obi-Wan Anakin. I hope we get to see those high jumps and everything that we don't really see much in live actions into live action, in this series because again, if they're doing Clone Wars, and I think that Dave Filoni will maybe be a part of that. Well, yeah, sure, hopefully, because of course he's one of the directors in Mando right now. He's doing a good job. He even had a cameo, which was funny, and one of the Red Wings. I think it was like episode 7. So I'm hoping that we get some battles. Like you said, I'm pretty sure we will. Maybe not them fighting, maybe in the back of them. I don't know what they're gonna do with this, but seeing them in the Clone Wars suit, that got me really excited to hear because again, I think that. I mean, they were at the prime in the Clone Wars, when we see them fighting together and everything, all the clones, all the Jedi's that we briefly see in Revenge of the Sith, but they all die, so anyways, so that's really exciting to see. So there will only be one season that was confirmed. There's only one season, 8 episodes, I think an hour each, I think like Mando did. Here's the thing though, if the fan asks for more, do you think they would do more? Because here's the thing, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will love it. I don't care if it's bad. I'm just happy to see Ewan and Annie back as their character. And Ewan, I think, was the best part of the sequels, in my opinion.
To be honest, I mean, yes, the fans probably are going to ask for more no matter what, but I have to feel like they're going to write it in a way that they're not going to be able to quite do more. Since they are confirming it's only one season with 8 episodes, I have to assume it's going to end somehow with Obi-Wan
close to
watching over Luke.
Exactly, probably, yeah. Like if you remember in the Rebels, at the Two Sun episode when he fights, when he kills Darth Maul. Spoiler, right. So if you guys didn't see it, but whatever. He was already watching Luke, but Luke was like 10, 11 years old. He was not, like we see in A New Hope. So, again, if it's 10 years after, I think it's 10 years. Is it, can you, wait, I'm not sure really quick. I want to know when exactly it takes place, because if it's 10 years after, after what I just said, after Revenge of the Sith, then it will take place around the same time that Obi-Wan kills, Darth Maul. So maybe we'll see this in live action, Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. I mean, that's how they're going to end it.
See, I have a hard time thinking that they would do it again. I feel like there's going to be something in there for them, but I would have a hard time believing that they'd actually do that specific.
Yeah. Maybe seeing. I think that we're going to see Ray Park in here. I think we're going to see Darth Maul in that TV series. I'm pretty sure, because if you watch the episode for the Tucson again, it was like 2 minutes, but it was such a huge shit in the Rebels TV series. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see a live action because he is alive at that time. I'm pretty sure that series will take place before Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul. So I'm pretty sure, and I hope we see Ray Park back as Darth Maul because he was kind of bad for the. In Solo, the little cameo, it was not his voice, but he was intro. The voice was the Clone Wars voice. I can't remember his name. That was the voice Darth Maul in Rebels. And
something like that.
What?
Sam Witwer.
Yes. Something exactly, yeah. And then he did, of course, he did the CGI for the Ahsoka with Darmo, which was so. I'm saying something that was so amazing. Probably the best lightsaber fight in the entire Clone Wars. I mean, it was so good. And it was nice to see in the back. So I'm hoping back for a Darmo coming back again. I won't mind because, like I said, my favorite Sith is Darth Maul. That's one of the reasons that like compared to a lot of fans, I actually enjoy Phantom Menace just because of Darth Maul. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that was the best moment in the Phantom Menace. The battle between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul.
Definitely. I mean, that was so
it's
great.
Awesome.
And what I love about it, if I have the DVDs of the original DVDs for those movies, and there's behind the scenes, and Liam Neeson took a lot longer than he went to learn how to fight with the sword and everything, which I think was funny because of course he's a little older, but I think he's like 50 years. Yeah, he was 50, and even Liam's like 67. Liam is getting old right now. So, all right. Second topic. We have I didn't even watch the movie, so I don't know much about it. But I just want to say that. So we're talking about the New Mutants, like I said. I knew because it actually failed. I knew before the movie came out that I was going to fail. Because two things. Number one, it's a standalone movie, and number two, after Dark Phoenix came out, I think people were half enough of the X-Men or New Mutants. And let's be honest, Dark Phoenix was such a disaster. I don't know what the hell they did. I still decently enjoyed the movie because, again, Jensen McCovey was still great in it, even though the movie was bad. Jensen McCovey, how does he not have an Oscar? How does he not have an Oscar? If you think about Split, about the second hit, the remake, about Split, and what's the one? The third one of that series. What is his name? Well, the third movement in the Spin Universe, and he deserves an actor. An Oscar. Sorry, he's a good actor. Anyways, and of course you had Michael Fitzberg, Sophie Turner, all the cast coming back. Yeah, I knew the movie was gonna again. I didn't know, but I had a feeling that movie was gonna be bad. I was like, why? Why is the point of doing a movie about this when we just had probably one of the worst ever Marvel movie? But no, that one just became the worst Marvel movie. So critic-wise, at the moment, it has 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, I don't think we ever listen. It has lower rate than Justice League, guys. It had lower rate than The Dark World. It has lower rate than Incredible Hulk. I mean, if you try, okay, listen. If somebody can in the comments convince me that movie is good, I'll give you $1 million. I'm just saying, okay. I'm that again. Go ahead. You need to make me think that, but again, and also, the movie was released on 28th of August, which was 3 days ago. A $67 million budget, and so far they only did $9.9 million. So 20th Century Fox, like I said earlier, studios will lose money from this, a lot of money. I think they should just sort of release it on Disney Plus and try to make money with Disney instead of releasing on theaters, because number one, coronavirus, it's gonna slow down the box office because there's not a lot of theaters open, of course. And then the movie the reviews are still bad, so that puts down even more the box office again. So yeah, I'm just saying, you felt. I don't feel bad because I knew the movie was gonna be bad. Well, I do feel bad for, like I said, for Missy Williams. I love Game of Thrones, and she was great in Game of Thrones. But that was just anyways. Next topic was the Lego Star Wars to the Homie Saga. They released the first trailer. Now, as a old fan of the original, the first two, and the Homie Saga Lego Star Wars, when I played when I was younger, the one thing I have to say about this, it looks like they keep the humor of the original one, and I thought when they were doing the movie at the end, they were to be like it's angry, serious about it. And you see the trailer, you see they kept the original, comedy and the funny thing about the movie thing, which I think that was mixed again. And yes, sorry guys, but I'll definitely be playing this because it's Star Wars and it's it's the entire saga. This is the thing. We had 1 to 6, and we have Force Awakens. We didn't have Last Jedi: Rise of Skywalker, so we'll have those in that. Number 4, you mentioned it, and I forgot about it. Squadron's the fighter game with Star Wars just released.
Yeah, Star Wars Squadrons.
Yes. Again, I play every Star Wars game out there. I don't know if I missed any. The most recent game, of course, we had was Fallen Order. That did good. I had a good story, had good reviews, and they're doing the second one. No official release, but they announced that. Now, Squadron, I'm excited for, but here's the thing. So it will literally be a 5v5, starfighter game. So that's basically the game. So yes, it'll be a campaign, fully new characters. You fight either for the Guys of the Empire or the Rebels. Oh no, sorry. It takes place after Return of the Jedi. So it will be, I guess the Guys of the Empire, the New Order, whatever, and then the Resistance. Sorry. So story wise, I will probably be playing it again just for story because we're getting more Star Wars, and again, it's canon too apparently. So I'm still gonna play it. Just like the Battlefront 2, the remake, the campaign. We never saw those characters, but it's still canon. So I'm still gonna play it. What are your thoughts about this? Like, are you gonna play it?
I would like to play it. I feel like the only proper way to play a ship type Star Wars game is in VR.
And it would be VR, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I hope it is.
Okay.
It is in VR, right?
That I don't know. I guess that's something we'll have to see. I've only watched a little snippet of the trailer that they originally came out with. I've not been able to go back to it. But it does look a little interesting in the fact that it is going to be its own type of thing. It's going to be new story, new characters, hella customization with everything, which is really cool. And also just everything that's happening with it. So that's one thing I guess we'll have to wait and see on. I'm very excited for it though.
I'm excited too. And again, we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna go check really quick if it's on VR. I appreciate this. Okay, so we'll be available on the PS4. The story is set after Return of the Jedi. Is it on the VR? So player takes control of the ship from the Galactic Empire and the New Republic Navy. In this ship, they can editize and move in the power between the ship function, and there will be a fully, you can customize the ship and everything, so that'll be cool. Pivotal ship, TIE Fighter, TIE Interceptor, TIE Bomber, TIE Reaper, and then X-Wing, A-Wing, Y-Wing, and U-Wings, which are really cool. Modes, story, dogfight, up to 10 players, experience 2 crews, 5v5, and fleet battles to have the destroy fleets. We've seen that in Battlefront 2. Is it available on it'll also be available on PS5 and Xbox One Series when it comes out. When the movie comes out in October, and then PS5 and then new Xbox comes out in November. So it doesn't say yes. Yeah, it's right there. The PC and PS4 versions are playable in virtual reality using various VR sets. The PC version is confirmed to have H2S supports, which means the newest VR that it released. Yeah, there we go. So yes, it will be for the VR, which makes it even better now. All right, so that's you were direction. Number 5. I want to talk really quick about it. But the Black Widow has right now has November release right now as we speak. But here's the thing: the biggest money making for this movie are Americans and also Chinese. China has. I mean, for Endgame, they did more money than America. They do a lot of money. They have a lot of fans out there. And of course, coronavirus is going to slow this down. Now, I would feel bad for Scarlett Johansson, which waited 10 years for her to release a movie. She first switched to in the first Iron Man 2 in 2010. Now we're 2020. She's getting her own movie. And she deserves her own movie. She's the queen of Marvel. Honestly, she's a good actress. And again, Mayer's story. I don't know if you've seen it with Adam Driver. She was nominated for an Oscar. Still shocked she didn't win it, but whatever. So now we have some news that Robert Downey Jr. he's gonna be more than a cameo in the movie apparently. So first off, it was supposed to be a diddly scene from Civil War when Black Widow tells Iron Man to watch his back, and they would have put this in the movie. So that would be like a flashback, whatever. But apparently, he's gonna be more than this in this movie.
Interesting.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it will certainly be interesting to see him come back. I mean, I really haven't looked into this movie all too much, so the way he would come back would have to be really good for it to not step on what they did in Endgame, almost. Because I feel like, I mean, the bad thing with any character coming back after like a death scene or something like that is you really have to be doing that character justice in whatever he or she is going to be in, because you just don't want to trample on what you already know happens.
Exactly. And we're finally going to see Booty Pets. Finally, they mentioned like 3 times in MCU in the first Avengers and Infinity War and Endgame. I can't really see what happened to Booty Cats because we all want to see. Now, David Harbour's playing Red Guardians in that movie. And if you guys remember, he also did a remake of, Hellboy, which was a failure at the box office, had negative reviews. I'm a huge fan of the original Hellboy. I don't know if you ever saw those movies.
I have not.
Okay, you know what Hellboy is, right? He's like that guy like in red, and he has the horn, and he's okay. So he did the remake or whatever of the movie, and that failed at the box office and it had negative reviews. William Hurt is coming back as Ross from Incredible Hulk, and he also appeared in Civil War and Infinity War 2. He's gonna look young, which means this movie, I guess, will take place in the past, in the future, in the present. Before Iron Man 2, before she was in S.H.I.E.L.D., right after Civil War, when she runs away from the government, and right before Infinity War. So it'll take 3 different timelines. I'm pretty sure, even though Jimmy Renner's not in the cast, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Jimmy Renner because, again, even in the trailer, they mentioned Booty Cats in the trailer, and they were together in Booty Cats in the trailer. So we'll see what we see. Now, what's something I said about? There's no cast for Taskmaster, which is the bad guy in this movie.
Okay.
I hope. Okay, see, it says right there. So yeah, it said the character Taskmaster will be featured in the film, but it doesn't say who plays it. I have a feeling that will be Hawkeye in a suit.
Yeah, I mean,
because before
it's hard to
he was.
Look at the bow. I mean,
exactly. I mean, and also think about it. Before being in S.H.I.E.L.D., he was a contract killer. That was his job. And again, like I just said, this movie will take place different timelines. So, listen, if I see him taking a mask, and I see Jimmy Renner, I'm gonna be like, I fucking knew it. And I have a big feeling he had the bow. The bow just gives it away, like exactly the same as Hawkeye used. And then his shield and a sword, which maybe is describe why in Endgame he had that samurai sword, which he was amazing in it. So I'm excited for this movie. Hopefully it releases in November. It doesn't get pushed back again because I think we waited enough for that movie. Again, if it's not ready to release on theaters, just release on Disney Plus. Just like Mulan. Mulan's gonna be on Disney Plus next week. I'm excited for this. Are you excited for this? Are you did you watch the OG Mulan?
Yes, like the Disney animated Mulan?
Yes, those were like Live Action's coming September 6th on Disney Plus. I'm excited for this because I watched those as a kid, loving those. Seeing the live action, apparently, Nomad's going to be transgender in the movie, which I think makes it way interesting. So again, I'm excited for this movie, live action Mulan, and trailer. She looks badass. She looks like she's going to kick butt, which I think that's risky her. And I hope we see the original trios too. I forget their name because it's been a while, but I hope we see them in the movie too. Do we have anything else? Wait a second. Oh yeah, also, so I'm gonna tell you right now for the people watching, there's no news for the Taku TT Star Wars, like I mentioned you earlier. No news about this. We know nothing. We just know that Taku TT is doing a Star Wars movie. We don't know nothing about it. But I mentioned something to one of my friends recently, and I want to see if you will love that. Would you love to see a movie concentrating on Palpatine as a young apprentice who is his master, Darth Plagueis Wise, and I think we both agree that Revenge of the Sith, one of the best, not the best, one of the best scene is when Palpatine tells the tales to Anakin. That scene was a genius scene. The music in the background, everything was genius, and those two actors together, Ian McGranis and Ian Christian, were good together. We should love to see a movie about that.
Honestly, yes, I would. I'd love to see it from a point of view that really bad, because there's so many stories where there's one set good guy, there's a set bad guy, and there are only a couple of things that have two sides facing each other, but that really make you be able to sympathize with each side. There's a series called Mobile Suit Gundam that focuses on the Earth Federation and the Xeon, and that is a great story. They have different parts for each side that really make you sympathize with each of them. So I'd kind of love to see that kind of thing in Star Wars with like the Sith and the Jedi. Why are the Sith doing what they do? Because if you really think about it, the Sith aren't. I mean, yes, they do bad things, but their views are kind of.
It's like Thanos. Thanos is a perfect example. He thinks what he's doing is right, which is killing half the population because there's too much population in the world. And in a way, he's kind of right. I think even right now on Earth, we're overpopulated on Earth, and I can't imagine other places in the world in that universe, anyways, how populated it is. So he's right in his mind, but for the Avengers, like, you can't kill half of fucking Earth, and it's random thing, like. So I think it's the same with the Sith. What they do, they think they're right, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean, and then just seeing like an old Republic type movie.
We talked about this last one, and
really quite interesting. So
that would be really interesting. And again, I mentioned this, but Taika Waititi is he directed 2 episodes of Mando, so he knows Star Wars. Anyway, so I'm excited for this. Again, if we get a whole Republic movie, I'm gonna go back and play it. I have the original 2 on the original Xbox CDs on the real Republic, and they're backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so I could play them on my Xbox. But right now, I don't want to because they're old game. If I play them, I know I'm gonna play until I finish them, and they take quite a while to finish. So now we're against play right now. But yeah, so if they do a movie about Old Republic, as soon as they announce it, I'm gonna be excited, And my uncle, he plays them every day. He's a huge fan, and they all recently did a server for online for the latest Star Wars Battlefront. No Battlefront, the Republic. He plays it all day, and I know if I tell him there's a movie about it, he's gonna be the most excited man on earth. So yeah, so those are 2 possible things that people will have to see. Third one, which I don't think will happen, but I think Clone Wars fans would love to do that, would be an actual live action Clone Wars movie. But with Ahsoka be the main character.
Mm-hmm.
After Mando comes out. Because again, we're getting new cast in Mando season 2, like I mentioned before. So again, I wouldn't mind to see a live action, series or even movie about a character that a lot of people love. And if you haven't yet, please, like I said, go watch Clone Wars. It's not bad. It's really good. Let's just say it's better than Last Jedi. Like, hands down. Like, if you tell me that Last Jedi is better than Clone Wars, people, I don't know what I'm going to do. You gotta tell me what's a lie, because it's impossible. I mean, Clone Wars, the name was genius, so. Okay, let me check really quick. Dave Finoli, I don't know how to write his name. How do you write Dave Filoni? Dave Filoni. There, I got it. There we go. Oh shit. Xbox. Dave Filoni. There we go. And boom. All right. So, yeah. So difference during nerdy season. Oh, wait, I saw something really quick. I mentioned last video. Every day there's more and more rumors that Kennedy is gonna quit Star Wars. I hope she does. Sorry, but I don't want to do Star Wars. And I know she's a old friend of George and did the original together and whatever. But like, just I hope she quits, and I hope Dave becomes a new president of Lucasfilm, because I know if Dave becomes president of Lucasfilm, it's gonna be better. Star Wars might be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I think we continue. Can you agree on that, or?
Either Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau. I would love to see either of them.
Jon Favreau, yes. Definitely, yeah.
Jon Favreau has done such an amazing job with The Mandalorian. I just feel that seeing either one of them take over Star Wars, it would definitely change Star Wars for the better.
Yes, of course. And yeah, Jon Favreau recently became a Disney legend. Last, and also Robert too. Last, I want to talk about really quick. So Robert was recently on the podcast. David, something I forget his name. He's a podcaster, and he, of course, people keep asking him, "Will you come back as Tony Stark?" And he said this, which was interesting. He said, "Let's do a scenario, right? In the future, one of the movie, the MCU. Let's say the Avengers have a lot of trouble. They don't know what to do. They're in trouble. And somehow Hulk, if he's still alive, is still in MCU, finds out a way to bring back Tony from the past. If Marvel calls him, he's going to say yes right away."
That's awesome.
And when he says that, I'm like, is he saying that because that probably would happen? You know, like, and if it does happen, just please just do it. You know, like I know he said it's goodbye in Endgame. I know his arc was done, but I feel guilty to wanted more from him, because I know his arc was completely done in Endgame. He did, from the first Iron Man to this. Yeah, 12 years around the MCU, did a good job. Oh, sorry, 11 years. But I mean, can you do that, please, Star Wars? If you're listening, you're not listening, but just that'd be awesome if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. I mean, listen, if they do it, if they bring back Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU in one movie, that movie will make money probably just because Robert is in the movie. I'm just saying. I think, like, I don't know if that's enough to influence the movie, but I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think, maybe no.
Only the future will tell.
What?
Only the future will tell.
Exactly. But again, I'm not having this guy back in the MCU because we all miss him, and then Far From Home made me cry because of him. I was like, can you stop crying because you're you became even worse. And also, yeah, Tom Holland, a Drake movie. I don't know if you know, and you know what Uncharted is, right?
Yeah.
They finally started filming 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited for this because Mark Wahlberg is in the movie. He's playing the doctor or this mentor. But don't forget, he's going to play a young Nathan Drake, which I'm excited for. Again, Tom Holland, talented actor. I first met him or knew him in The Impossible with Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts. I think you've seen that movie.
I have not.
Listen, it's called The Impossible. It's with Tom Holland, Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts, and there's like 2 more actors in there. It's a true story that took place in 2004 about the hurricane. I forgot the name of the hurricane or the tsunami, whatever. It's a true story movie. Tom is good, Ewan is good, Naomi is good, and it was the first movie I remember seeing that movie back in 2012 in theaters. That was a good movie. That was when I first met Tom Holland. But I didn't realize that was Tom back then because I didn't know who Tom was. But then when Civil War came out, I went back to watch the movie. I was like, oh, that's that guy from that movie. He was only 14 when he filmed that too.
Oh, wow.
And also, before the episode ends, last thing, I'm gonna make everybody feel old. Okay, you guys ready? Everybody that's watching, you feel old. You guys remember Home Alone 1 and 2 with the original actor? He recently turned 40 years old yesterday.
Oh man.
Listen, guys, listen. Okay, we all grew up watching those movies. They're classic. They're probably every Christmas it comes on TV or whatever. Probably will be on Disney Plus. I don't know. This guy turned 40 years old. Like, I'm 19, and I feel old, and I'm only 19. Like, I grew up watching this movie again every year. I probably watch it once a year during Christmas because my mom's like, "Oh, let's watch Home Alone." I'm like, "No," and then she forced me to. But he's 40 years old now. And he was 10 when he filmed the first Home Alone. That's crazy, yeah, I know. And now he's dating that Korean chick from Disney. There was her name. She's pretty cute. What was her name? Pretty sure you know who that is there because she was really famous on Disney Home Alone. All right, Home Alone. Home Alone. All right, search that. Hurry up because my Facebook is slow. All right. So Macaulay Culkin, 40 years old. You guys feel old yet? I hope you do. Brenda Song. There we go. You know, she's 32, and you know she was famous in the Suit Life of Zack and Cody. That was on that Korean chick from there. She's dating him now. But yeah, and apparently people saying that she changed him because of course he was in drug and everything before because Well, this thing, when you're a child actor, I think you probably have more chance to get influenced into those types of stuff, because you're young, you have money, you don't know what to do with it. So sadly, Culkin went through that way, but apparently people saying that Brand does save him, which is a good thing for him. Anyways, thanks for watching the 2 episodes we filmed tonight. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You watch it right now will be released in a week. Right now, it is the 30th of August. So it will be released on the 5th of September, right? 5th or 6th, whatever, you use whatever. So hello from the future. I'm here. We're doing the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, of course, leave a like, subscribe, the channel if you're new. And also, if you guys, like always, if you want to go to the link in the description, Matt, this will be there if you want to go watch him. He does some cosplay, some really good stuff about comic books, and also has a picture with the original Batman actor, which is pretty cool if you guys want to go see that. I mean, it's not every day you see that, honestly. But yeah, it's really cool. If you guys enjoyed it, if you like, of course. And if you guys want to see more nerd talk, we'll do one in like a month, whenever the schedule. Because I'm working on an album. He's busy with school and stuff like that. So we're both have really got a schedule. Listen, do an album. It's time consuming. Me. You have to do a lot of stuff. Whatever it's. And he's doing his college stuff. So yeah. So that's what we did for like. Was it 3 months ago? It was a long time we released the last episode, wasn't it? Like, I think it's been.
I believe May 25th was the last.
Exactly. And we're August. So, yeah, it's 3 months. Yeah. Is it 3?
Oh man.
Wait a second. I need to check really quick because I know it's a long time ago. Okay, wait a second. Upload. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 3 months ago. Where is it? Yeah, it's been more than 3 months. Actually, wait. Where is it? Okay, Naruto number 2 was released on. Let's get the exact date.
Superman 4, not.
It was over 3 months ago. So yeah, it's been a while. So 3 months later, we're back. Sorry for the delay again. Tight schedule, and I mean the coronavirus doesn't help it too. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed it, like, subscribe to channel again. Matt's here in the description. And if you have any comments, and I'm still waiting. I'm still need somebody to try to tell me that New Mutants is a good movie if you watch it, and I will call you dumb because it's not. I'm joking, but it's not a good movie. Just if you haven't watched a movie, do not. If you haven't watched it, I can already tell. Do not watch. Do not waste your money on that movie. Just wait like a month or two. It's gonna be available online. Go ahead and watch it there. Don't waste your money going to theaters and maybe have the coronavirus catching you. Just stay at home. Play this coronavirus. It's stay home, and yeah. If you guys enjoyed it, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video whenever I upload again, because that's a week later. See you guys.